Hello? Hi.
How are you?
Okay.
Okay. How was your weekend?
It was pretty good.
Oh, really good. That's good. Glad to hear that you had a good weekend. Did you do anything in particular?
Well, nothing like super special.
Okay. Nice. It was good overall. That's good. Yeah, I think the weather was nice this weekend, actually. Yeah, it was
Yeah, the weather's
very nice.
getting very warm. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good thing.
It was a nice
How?
vacation week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went
Yeah.
to the park.
Good. Yeah, the weather has definitely been cooperating recently, so I'm happy with that. How was the rest of the week?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The weather's been getting really warm and stuff. Like today it's cold again, but I even thought about putting the air conditioning in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
How did Patrick enjoy his time off and had a whole week off? Think he enjoyed it? Did he get to do some activities or play some games at home?
Well, we went to the park,
Oh, nice.
and it went by really fast. It went too fast.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just wanna look.
Yeah.
Wait for it. Well, I just wanna
Good.
say something. Wait.
So that's good. So you got to maybe run around a little bit. I'm guessing he's so big. He's probably such a big boy by now.
It's angry when you
Oh
run.
yeah, he is. He's totally grown a lot. Since last time you saw him, he's very big. He's grown like a
Yeah.
full head at least. And this is like an odd thing. Like, not that I don't have enough supposedly strange things happen. I was watching this Netflix movie. It was called Mr. Harrigan's Phone, and it was like a Stephen King thing, and it was about this kid. He works for this old guy, and he dies after he gives the old guy like an iPhone. He's like a rich old guy, but he doesn't know how to use an iPhone. So he gives him an iPhone, and they start like chatting to each other and everything, and they become like real friends. And then the old guy dies. And let me get to the point with this. Sorry. And the phone, he ends up taking like his phone, and he ends up putting it in the casket with him. And then after they bury him, he notices that the phone is still like receiving messages, and it's texting him back and stuff, and it's like weird text that's texting him back. So the next day after I watched this movie, I get a phone call from one of Patrick Sr.'s old numbers, like, and because I don't go through my contacts and erase my contacts. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because like I feel like I have more friends than I really do, because like most of my contacts in there are like defunct. But
Wait.
hang on, please. What? Just let me finish this and
I
then
don't know how to.
I'm sorry. Can you hold on 1 second?
Wait, I don't know how to
Sure.
continue this. So can I play mine?
Yes, sure. You could play it on that. You could play Bowser's Fury. I'm not getting the iPad out, okay? Because then I have a hard time taking it away from you. I told you why. We're not fighting right now. So anyway, so his phone calls me, and I texted back, "Who is this?" Because it was like one of the older numbers, not like the more recent, not the most recent one that I got a phone call from. And it like the person never texted me back. So
My
Yeah,
dad?
that is kind of
I
odd.
don't know if it was your dad or if it was just someone with his number, because I notice sometimes I call like old numbers,
Mhm.
and I get like somebody um like different. Like I think I tried to call my grandpa's old number, like because I thought that maybe Morgan had his phone, and I got
Yeah.
some person that I don't know. You know, I usually get somebody, so they recycle the phone numbers if this person like loses the phone or dies or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I don't know, but it was like the day after. It's like humor. Is it like humor? I'm thinking it's funny because it was the day after I watched this movie about this guy
Yeah.
talking on the dead
Wait,
phone.
what's the name of the movie again?
Mr. Harrigan's phone. It's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. Wait, actually, let me put it on my likes. I always say I'm gonna watch movies, and then I never do. Let me Google it and put it in my play. Let's see. Alright, let me see. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna add it. All right. Hopefully hopefully I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Because I ask so many people tell me about so many movies, and I always end up adding it, but I never end up watching any of these movies. So I added it because it sounds like an interesting movie. So hopefully I'll get to watch it during the weekend. Yeah. Yeah, sounds like an interesting movie. Yeah. And how was the rest of your how was the rest of the week? So you got to watch a movie. Did you like the movie? Did you feel like it was a good movie?
It was okay. I just watched it while I was falling asleep. It was nothing like super special.
Ah,
It was
okay.
like
Ah, okay.
Stephen King fluffing his own pillows. It wasn't like awesome or anything.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm still having trouble sleeping because like I wake up unnecessarily, and just the fact that I woke up, it breaks my sleep up. And also I'm having like dreams, and I feel like it's less restful when I'm having dreams, and they're just like random nonsense dreams. It's not like anything like tragic or scary or anything. It's just like BS. Why am I dreaming?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's how my dreams are. Like I'm like, you know how some people have intuitive dreams and dreams that mean something. Like most of the times I hardly remember most of my dreams. So sometimes it can be like silly stuff. So
You could go on pound slash, and I know how to do it. All you gotta do is you go on pound, and before you reach the ground, just push Y, then you do like some sort of pounds, like a cat.
Okay, you can show me. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, and I just ordered some food today, and I got some Progresso soup cans, and I'm looking at the can, and I'm worried.
you got what? What did you get?
Progresso soup. It's
Oh,
I could
Progresso.
tell you the flavor. It's like a tortellini in the soup. And I'm looking at the can, and I'm worried. I don't know if it's rational or not of me to worry about this, because the top of the can, it doesn't have like a stamp on it. Because sometimes they do have a stamp on it. It'll give me diarrhea. Like the Campbell's Chunky Soups, they do have a stamp on it, but this one doesn't have a stamp on it, and the aluminum looks very clean. Like doesn't have a date or like the expirations on the bottom of it, and also the
Yeah.
label is like 2 or 3 millimeters up off of the bottom of it, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, is this good soup or not? Is that like I don't know.
think
And I got like 5 cans of it, and they were like $3.50 each or something. And I'm like sitting there like thinking, oh my god, but that like I don't get that much food stamps that I'm gonna throw like $15 of soup like
yeah.
in the
Does
trash.
it have an expiration? You say it
$15
has
is like a good
expiration date?
family meal. What the hell, you know?
And you said it
No,
has
the
an
expiration
date
is
in the bottle?
yeah, they do. It's not
Ah, okay.
expired.
Oh, okay.
But
So I don't
it's-
think there should be an issue if it has an expiration date and it's not expired.
I feel like this should never
Alright.
be an issue, but like I don't know if like I compare it to another Progresso soup can, it'll be like like the exact same, you know, because
Yeah.
the top of the can it looks
I mean, it might.
different.
I think that if the can is not vented and it's not expired, it should be fine. Because sometimes not all cans look exactly the same. You know, like different batches might have like a slightly different look. So I think that.
Yeah, I feel like people feel that way. So if somebody was to, and like I feel like the machinery that it takes to produce this stuff is getting like relatively cheaper. Probably, I never looked into it, but every sort of machinery is getting cheaper and stuff. Like you know, like I got a 3D printer, and
Yeah.
yeah. So it makes me worried if, you know, somebody just wanted to prank somebody, they could easily, like people fake documents too, you know, but somehow, I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
worried about somebody faking the soup. That's not cool.
Yeah.
That's
I
really
mean, but I haven't had your same experience, so I can't say much. But I probably wouldn't I wouldn't worry about it if it's not expired and it doesn't have any.
I'm not gonna
like,
obsess over
ingredient.
it. I'm gonna pop it open and eat it, and then if I get diarrhea, then I guess I'm out $15. But then I'll be very angry that I'm out $15. You know?
Of course. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'll be even angrier because I have diarrhea. I'd rather be out $15 and not have diarrhea than be out. Kind of
That's
like
true.
with the hair products. Like I'd rather
Mhm.
just not, you know, lose my hair or something. You know, or I don't know.
Yeah. No, I understand where you're coming from, and it sucks that you have to worry about these basic things. You know, like that you have that issue that you have to worry about. You know, most people don't have those worries. They just like eat their food. They don't have to worry about maybe catching diarrhea or their hair and stuff like that. So I think it's very frustrating when you have to worry about, you know, basic life stuff.
And then I get mad, like if I like demand, like if I like say like I run into the police and then I start demanding that they take a look. Because one time I ran into police shopping, and actually it was twice, and I'm like, look at these products, they look tampered with, and it's because they look tampered with. Like one time it was juice that was overfilled, and another time I was showing them the Pepsi, but they didn't even get close to it. But I know that on the like the Pepsi bottles, the top, it looks inflated. Like it looks like a pregnant Pepsi bottle. Like the top of it, it looks like there's too much gas in it or something like that. Or the other way around is when it looks sucked in. So it looks tampered with like that to me. It doesn't look like something I'd want to buy. And if it's like a whole lot of them in that store or something. So I do show it to them, but they like. One time, they just refused to acknowledge me. They're like, oh, whatever, it could be anything. Could be the lot, like you're saying. And the other time, they're just saying it was, they're not going to come and take a look at it or something. We just changed the topic of conversation. But I just get mad. Like, if I do pick up a product, and then I do end up getting sick from it or something, I want to go up to them and make them like, oh yeah, you told me it's just the lot. Like, I don't have to investigate this. But if I do get sick, I feel like forcing them to investigate it and doing that with their own bodies. Like, why don't you try eating it? You're so confident in it, you know? Why don't you try, you know, being me? Yeah, that's what I said.
I see. Yeah, I mean, I think it gets complicated when it comes to cops because I know they tend to. I mean, I know all issues are important, but I know they tend to just focus on major issues, you know. And also, and not that I'm trying to minimize what's happening to you, but when my apartment got robbed while I was away on vacation, they didn't care about it, you know. I was just like, they basically.
I feel like you know that it's not it. You like we tend to think as like civilians that you know these people are passionate, but they really it is a job to them because I feel like if we had like some like really like hard up like cops with values, like they'd go on some sort of destructive vigilante streak. So I guess it's all right, but I don't like sometimes when some gang or like some sort of social circumstance outnumbers them, and then you see them and it's just like pathetic, and then you start worrying about it a little bit. Like intelligent people would start worrying about it when people are like just dissing the police and throwing garbage at them, and they just have to deal with it because they're like, oh, okay, well this time it's just some bullshit, you know, we're all people, this wasn't like a real violent situation. But I know that people could be like mobs, like dumbass mobs, and they could have misunderstood something or did something else, and then if there's nobody to like stand up to a mob, you get a little bit scared too, you know. And you know, again, yeah, they're a little bit too cool for me. I like what you said. They're a little bit too cool for me too. Like they'll just ignore everything too. I don't know, you know, but then like I don't know how would they deal. They like to deal with the situation in the easiest way they can, you know. So if if I press them too much, they might take me for a hospital ride or something, check me out, you know. So I don't know. What I know is like I don't know. I'm not very like I'm definitely not like a brainwashed like teenager that thinks, you know, the world is like a rainbow or something, because I know a lot of kids are like that, you know. And also you know, I don't know how I feel about like, you know, it's just like society at large, like people just like you know, I feel like everybody's in their own little world, and a lot of the times people just enjoy what they enjoy, you know. We're like animals, you know. Like I can't get like healthy and stuff, but like I have things that I enjoy in my life, you know. So I'm wondering if everybody else is just like that, but I definitely like I don't have all that much faith in this government. I'm sorry, like I'm not very like I'm not as patriotic as I used to be, you know. And I feel like a lot of people are like that because like I remember myself like when September 11th happened, and I just like didn't even believe it. Like I didn't believe like the, you know, like there was a lot of conspiracy theories and stuff, and like like my ex, who's an immigrant, he was like, yes, it was like a conspiracy and this, how could this happen? And I'm like, no way, that it was like, you know, totally unplanned and everything like that. And then I'm just like, wow, how naive I was, you know, how like this government got like, you know, very, you know, set goals, and they don't really care about little individuals sometimes, you know. And it's you know, it's creepy because, you know, a lot of people believe that they do because they like to take people and like make mascots out of them, like you know, like they post like little retarded kids and stuff, and they're like, but look at the love and the sunshine. And then you're thinking, well, what about like, you know, people that aren't like super anything, super, you know, sociable? Do they just like fall through the cracks? Because you know, and what if, you know, somebody's not that aggressive? Like, I feel like, you know, they're not that bent on like survival or something. Man, people can be mobs real easy, you know. You know, and I feel like a lot of my survival has to do with Patrick too. Like, if I didn't have him, I wouldn't be so motivated, you know. But like the fact that somebody loves me, really helps.
Yeah, unconditionally at that. So, yeah, because kids do love unconditionally.
Yeah, and also I love him back like unconditionally, and also we've grown together, and I'm glad that, you know, at least I had the freedom, because sometimes I notice like people even in you know, better social circumstances, they don't have as much of a good relationship with their kids, because somehow, you know, their family, or like, because I have other kids too, and I feel that way, but about my other kids, because I feel like, you know, sometimes people compromise themselves too much to be part of the family, and so they don't have as strong as a bond with this individual, you know. And, or they compromise themselves with, you know, society, because, you know, they want to benefit from being a member of society. But I feel like at least I've had the freedom to raise him as an individual, so I'm grateful for that, because I could see it paying off, is what it is, you know. But I really wouldn't know what I would do without him. Because I just, my life just sucks sometimes. But I also don't want his life to suck. Yeah. You know?
Well, and it's great that you feel that way, you know? Like, it's good that you feel like you have, it's like motivation for you. So, yeah, that's good. That's a good thing. And how is everything else? Everything else is okay? How is Dima?
Dima fell asleep in his chair yesterday. I don't know. Yeah, he just fell asleep in a chair, like just sitting there by the computer. So he's okay. He hasn't had a seizure or anything.
Yeah. Okay. That's not bad. Yeah. Okay. And what's your plan for the rest of the day? It looks gloomy outside, but it's supposed to be sunny later on. But as of right now, it looks pretty gloomy.
Yeah, this like cloudy.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were gonna do homework.
That sounds good. Okay, Lola. Well, I'll definitely catch up with you next week. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll speak on Monday.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care.